Guys and dolls, it's Freedom Dad here. And I know I look like a tramp. I'm wearing the same jumper as I did last night, but it's a jumper. Got a clean t shirt on. But no, brilliant live last night. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming on and having a chat and getting to know everybody and saying hello to Lee. He was so chuffed, so he was, guys. Um, and like, I haven't really been doing any research, babes, guys. Babes, I haven't been doing any research. Um, Baby had an appointment because Katie's had a hole in her heart when she was born, and she's got a leaky valve to this day. We have to have specialists look at wee baby Lucky, and I'm pleased to say that everything is good. Her heart is looking well, everything's looking normal, and she's really, really healthy, and all the markers are above average on how well she's doing. So everything is good, and mummy's just exhausted. 9 o'clock in the morning they set the appointment for. You know what I mean? Jeez, you know, it takes over an hour to get there. You know what I mean? Mummy's up at 8:30. I think she got about an hour's sleep last night, to be honest with you. So I came around this morning to help them. So both mummy and granny are just chilling. I've told them just to chill out today. I'll do what I can, get dinner ready and stuff like that. And that's what it's about. Yeah, these moments whenever it's just like it's just a lot. What's wrong with my eye? It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's not old age the way that drops down there. That is, isn't it? Sorry, guys. But yeah, no, everything's good. Everything is really, really good. Thanks to the live last night. Yeah, that's helped enormously. And yeah, been in touch with a few people, so everybody knows how to get a hold of me and stuff like that. You know, main 3X. If you just leave a comment under my pinned video called Who is Freedom Dad on my X account. So you just click on my logo, my face, the name, and it'll take you to my homepage. And the very first video you see will be a video called Who is Freedom Dad. If you leave a comment under that video saying that you're from YouTube, I will then follow you, and then therefore we can then speak to each other, we can message each other. That's the way it works. I don't think until we're following each other that we can message each other. I think it's a security thing, like, you know what I mean? So you can't just message anybody and randomly. So yeah, I need to follow you back for you to be able to message me and for us to message each other. So that's not a problem. Just go on to get an X account, add Freedom Dad, click on my face, go to my homepage, my first, it's pinned, they call it pinned. So it'll be the first post you see, and it's a video called Here's Freedom Dad. Leave a comment, say, hey, Freedom Dad, I'm from YouTube, blah, blah, blah. It's me. Um, I'll follow you and I'll ask how you're doing. If you want a wee chat, if you've got something on your mind, you know, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And obviously, if we do get bigger and that, guys, then this is going to work. It's so the people who I'm helping right now, you're going to be big enough and strong enough to be doing this yourself. If you want, you're going to be able to pick up a camera and start doing all this and talking about what you've been doing and how you get better. And if you don't want to do that, I'm not saying you will do it. I'm saying you will be able to do it. But you know, that's whenever you'll be able to help me helping others, and that's what it's about. And as long as everybody knows this isn't a psychotherapist thing, and we're not doctors, and we're just people with experience who've been through a lot of stuff in life, and this is how we've dealt with it, and it might work for you and it mightn't work for you. And if my way doesn't work and your way doesn't work, then we might have somebody in our group whose way works. You get me? Because we're all different. This is what I'm trying to say, guys. There's no, you can't, there's no book, you know, there's no course you can take. Every single person who suffers from PTSD suffers differently. There's no two ways about it, and I mean that. It's so complex. It's unbelievable. There's arms and legs off in all directions, like, you know what I mean. And not only that, but also there's no help. There's no help. The waiting lists are too long. Who's going to wait a year? You know what I mean. By the time a year comes, you're either worse or you've got better yourself. You know what I mean. So, most cases people are worse. Some cases people aren't here any longer because there's no help. So we're going to prevent all that happening anymore. Anybody in our community isn't going to feel lost or hopeless or like nobody's there to listen to them because we're here. And there's nobody going to be thinking about suicide in my watch or our watch, and that's the way. That's what it's all about. You know, many times I felt lost and hopeless, and like nobody cares, and the world is a horrible place. You know what I mean? And you know, it's not. It is bad, but it's not that bad. You've just been in the wrong places around the wrong people. But you're now in the right place around the right people. So if you just come onto the channel and you don't suffer with mental health in a way where it stands out or anything, but you know yourself you're not right. Just hang on here. You don't need this message or anything, but some of the things you might hear, even in the comments, people talking to each other, might help you. You might be surprised how many people in this community have all got stuff in common, you know. So um, that's what's surprising for me. How many people are saying to me, you know what, you're bang on, or you know what, that's how I feel, or you know what, I didn't know how to say it, or I thought I was going mad. And even if it's only one person that says that to you because of something you've said, you've won in life. You've won in life. I'm not kidding you on. You know, you can either go about hurting people or you're gonna help helping people. You know, which one do you think's the winner? You know, so I'm not gonna go on and on. Um, um, doing daddy duties a day, putting a bit more effort in. I'm always here to do whatever is needed done. You know what I mean? But you know yourself. You know what I mean? Mummy and baby. You know, that's a thing that no man should get in between. You know what I mean? And yeah, 100%. But yeah, it's difficult for everybody as well. Everything because Katie suffers deals with mental health stuff. You know what she's been through, guys. Just like what you've been through, what I've been through. We all have to deal with it. We all deal with it in different ways, and yeah, it's not easy. Relationships aren't easy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it takes two very intelligent and two very strong people to be able to make hard decisions. You know what I mean? That with me and Katie have made, and it's just tells you the character of her and me. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I say, nobody means more to me than Katie, you know what I mean, and vice versa, you know, and that's the main thing, she's my baby's mama, and I'm her baby's dada, and nothing else matters, you know what I mean. We don't need to do anything else. That's all that matters. The amount of respect and love we have for each other, just because we have we lucky between us, that's enough, you know what I mean. Um, and the most important thing for me, for her, is that she's as happy as she can be in this world, and she's the same. She wants me to be as happy as I can be in this world, and that's a successful relationship. Whether it's platonic, whether it's full blown relationship, or whether it's um, just friends. These things are important when two people are suffering from the same condition that you talk. I always call it family meetings. And I always tell my followers, if I have a one-to-one with anybody that's going through a relationship, because we have a lot of problems with guys and girls who are in relationships with people who suffer from PSD, and it's only one person does, and the other person doesn't, and it's really, really difficult. They understand, but it's difficult. You know what I mean? It's hard when you're talking years and years of dealing with somebody else's trauma, from a past that they know nothing about. In some cases, so. Yeah, it is good to be able to tell people, that you're not on your own, and explain to people what they expect, how to change their way of thinking, how to, because it isn't easy, guys. It isn't easy for anybody, and there's there's things that people don't think about. Everybody just talks about mental health, but there's nitty gritties in mental health, guys, that people just don't talk about, and yeah. It's it's a minefield, so it is for two couples with PTSD, or a couple with PTSD and one without PTSD. Holding a relationship down, keeping a relationship is really, really difficult, and that's a big part of what I do. I help people who are in that situation, give them the advice and the strength to let them know what they're doing is right, what they're doing will get easier if they adjust certain things. And like as far as the family meeting goes, I always tell my people this one advice: if you're in a relationship, you hold a family meeting, if not once a week, once a month, and you don't hold it in any other situation unless the two years are in a really good place and you're supposed to be really happy. Whether that be after a nice fucking meal, after a glass of wine, whether that's just watching a movie, whether that's getting up in the morning, whatever part of the day that you are really good together, that's when you sit down and you have a family meeting and you talk about things that just niggly wee things, and you just be brutally honest with each other. And I always say, if you look after them wee small things, them wee small defects, then the bigger picture will always stay okay. It's whenever you don't address the little small things, the wee niggly things that are bothering each other in a relationship. If you don't address them, together they can become a big problem. So if you just keep nipping away at them one by one, slowly but surely address each one, no matter how trivial or how childish you might think it is. If it is affecting your partner, either or, then it isn't trivial. But to have an effect on somebody, for that person to be bringing it up in front of you and saying, "This is, I don't know why I feel like this, but sometimes when you do that, it makes me feel like this." And you don't need to have an explanation, you just need to say, "This is how I feel," and the other person can adjust their behaviour, and you will find that that's the secret, I think, for people with PTSD, couples together. And yeah, we'll do more about it. I didn't expect to go down this road with this one, guys, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to go on. That's 10 minutes, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to be short one. I'll try and bring another one later on if I get it. I'm going to go out with Bailey, so I'll do a wee video when I'm out with Bailey. But I'm going to just make this one living with PTSD. That's what we'll call this, you know what I mean? And I'll probably try and do a better video about it in depth, and maybe sit down and take some notes before I actually come on and start speaking. So, because it's something that I think it's a topic I think I really can help people with, this particular one. And it's all down to because of communication, because I'm good at asking questions. And yeah, so what I've learned with all the questions I've asked in the past in all different scenarios, I will bring it to you, what I think is a fair assessment of how to go through life in a relationship where both parties have got PTSD or complex PTSD. Like I say, guys, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm not a doctor, you know, got no qualifications. I did a sociology degree in jail, but you know, that was just to get parole. You know what I mean? All right, yeah, I did do it and I passed it and all the rest of it. And you know, didn't quite finish it all, to be honest with you. I think it was a couple of points away, you know what I mean? But I've sailed past the diploma part, whatever. If you know what that means, you have so many points. So it was just the fact that I got out of jail, and I just thought, nah, you know, I'm never going to be able to use it. Who's going to employ me to do something like what that, you know? And you know, you got to understand. Everybody does understand. We have very little. We have a low esteem. You know, we have a low esteem. Mental health people with PTSD have a very low esteem of themselves, and it's very, very difficult. And like I keep on saying, this is the whole point of why I'm so amazed with your comments and how positive and how nice and kind you are. For people like me and like yous, that is hard. That is hard to take. And that's no other way of saying it. I'm blown away by your kindness. There's no two ways about it. But I'm not going to go on and give it that one there. Listen, all my love. Listen, guys, and God bless. Genuinely, God bless every single one. And before I go, please keep Tommy Robinson in your prayers. Please pray for his safe return out of prison and to keep him safe when he comes back out of prison. Just them two things. Pray to keep him safe in prison and pray to keep him safe when he comes out of prison. Thank you so much, guys. God bless every single one of you.